Today, I'm getting the Platinum Trophy on SpongeBob SquarePants Titans of the Tide. This is the new SpongeBob game that recently released that I'm pretty sure that none of you know existed. You probably looked at the game's title and said,
"Wait a minute! Who are you?"
Titans of the Tide is made by the same people who made the remake for Battle Through Bikini Bottom, which I actually haven't platinumed yet, so if you want to see that, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, because I definitely plan on doing that in the future. And they also made SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake, which I actually got the platinum for long ago, and it was my third ever platinum trophy. I really liked Cosmic Shake, and I thought it was a really fun platinum to get, and so I had a lot of expectations going into Titans of the Tide. Titans of the Tide has 27 trophies, including the Platinum, which is a lot less than Cosmic Shake had, and I was actually one of the first 20 people to Platinum this game because I did it on the day of its release. And not only that, I was the second fastest person to Platinum it as well.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
The story starts like any normal day in Bikini Bottom, where SpongeBob is at the Krusty Krab doing meaningless tasks for Mr. Krabs. Pretty soon after, King Neptune comes in order to order his food, and then soon after that, the Dutchman comes in, and these two just do not get along, and it's like that one scene from SpongeBob where SpongeBob and Patrick are like,
"I hate you, Patrick.
I hate you more.
I hate you no matter what."
Yeah, well, I'd hate you even if I didn't hate you.
After arguing for a little bit, a blast shoots out and it ends up hitting SpongeBob and killing him. Yes, this man is actually dead. Rest in peace. We then play a platforming section where we're going to the Krusty Krab to go get our food and visit our friends, and we meet up with them. It's here that we realize that SpongeBob and Patrick can use their BFF rings, and they can swap places where one is dead and the other's alive. Yes, this is a children's game.
I've been traumatized.
Our goal for this game is to get the two Titans to stop fighting and put an end to their feud, and that ends this cutscene where we're on this floating patty, which is our hub world, and we get our first trophy here for swapping between the characters for the first time. After exploring around the hub world for the first area, which is kind of like a Super Mario Galaxy 2 type of hub world, I noticed a minigame that I could play, which was a patty flipping minigame, and I ended up playing this because I knew there was a trophy tied to it for maxing out the score of getting over 1,000 points. And this was actually way harder than I expected. In order to get the prize for this, you only need to reach 300, but I ended up failing this way more than I thought I would. I ended up failing at 800, at 900, at 950. I had a really bad time with this, and it took me about 20 to 30 minutes to get this down. It was just really painful, but after a long time, I managed to get this trophy here. After discovering my 13th reason why, I head to my first actual world of the game, which is Goldfish Isles, and it's here that I end up getting my first miscellaneous trophy, which was for taking a photo in photo mode. A lot of games have this, and I actually really like when they do this because it's just a free trophy, so I got that right here. It turns out that Goldfish Isles is run by this lady who's been manipulating the people and scamming them out of their money, which honestly, that's just absolutely horrible. I can't believe someone would do something like that and abuse people. Anyways, the next trophy we get here is for smacking 100 people's asses and abusing them and getting a trophy for it. So now it's time to progress throughout the main story, and throughout every single level, there's side quests that you have to tackle in order to get some trophies, and there's also things that you have to look out for collectibles. I ended up starting to do some of these side quests here, like one from Squidward and one from Mrs. Puff, and then I also talked to Sandy here and got this ghost board, and I got my next trophy here just by traveling 2,000 meters on it. This is not a hard trophy to get because we'll be using this a lot. We continue through the level, going throughout this little jungle area, as well as this nice temple area, which was kind of like a dungeon, which was really cool. Then we got to our first boss fight, which was against the Dutchman's chest, and this is a pretty simple boss fight. All you have to do is kick the Dutchman with SpongeBob's kick move, which was really easy to do, and then it rendered him hittable, which is what I did, and I did that over and over and defeated him, getting us this trophy here. I then went back through the level and finished up the remaining side quests I had left over in this area, and I got this trophy here for doing that. After defeating the Dutchman's chest, we found out what his overall goal was, which was to infiltrate and go to the King Neptune's gala, and so that was our next plan of interest. So we went to the gala, and we had to sneak in, and right here is where we actually started our next side quest, which I would get a trophy for much later on because I just forgot to finish them during this level, but it was for Gary and Swilliam, so I just took care of those, and we also also snuck into the gala and got this trophy here for destroying 500 objects because I'm a menace to society. Now, because he's an absolute simp, it turns out that King Neptune is only allowing in mer people into his VIP area, and because of that, we need to talk to him, so we have to find a disguise in order to get in there. And while we're doing so, we've managed to get a combat-related trophy, which there's actually a couple of those in this game, and this first one was for defeating these old boomer ghosts, that's the actual name of them, with their own cannonballs 5 times. So I got this trophy right here. Now, surprisingly, I didn't get a single trophy for the rest of this level, so I'll just skip past it, but we did unlock the suit that we needed to get in, and we turned Patrick into a mermaid. And let me just be the first to say,
Smash, smash, smash!
because we are now officially a mer person because we wore a costume, we were able to go into the VIP area, which this unknowingly brought me into the next level, which is Atlantic City, and I didn't even know that was the case because there was no boss fight for this level whatsoever. So I thought that this was just one really long second level, but no, this is split up into 2 separate levels. So I unknowingly went into the next one just out of nowhere. So we get knocked down into the catacombs, and this is a whole nother like platforming gauntlet puzzle area, and it's also here that we managed to meet 2 different characters that I was surprised to see referenced in this game. First was Madame Cassandra, who was the main antagonist of SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake, and it was just really cool to see her here. But also we managed to see the chocolate guy, which if you know SpongeBob, you know the chocolate guy, and so we actually did a side quest for him where we got him some chocolate, and I loved seeing that. But once again, I didn't get a single trophy throughout the entirety of this chapter, so I just ended up going throughout the rest of the level, where we ended up fighting the statue of King Neptune, and after defeating him, I got this trophy here. Our next level was in Jellyfish Field, and Sandy decided to go with us, and it just so happens that Jellyfish Fields for some reason is really snowy in this game, so it looks like the hottest day in Canada. We do get split up from Sandy, which means that we have to rescue her, and that's like the whole premise of this level. And not only that, we have to do some really annoying platforming here. I genuinely hate the ice physics in this game. It does not know how it wants to work whatsoever, but we did get one of our most important collectibles here. We got the first of 10 TVs, which there are 10 of these spread throughout the course of the game, about 2 in each level, and these are very important and also very hard to find. We make our way through the level, and we also have a little bit of a falling out between SpongeBob and Patrick, where SpongeBob goes on his own without the help of Patrick, so that leads to a whole different like, oh, we don't have some of our power-ups part of the game. But we end up meeting up with Sandy, and she turns out to be in her hibernation form from that one episode. And so we end up fighting her as our boss fight for this level, and after defeating her, we get a trophy for finishing off Jellyfish Fields. Look at this face. This is the face that all women on their periods make.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
So now it was time for our final level, which was Bikini Bottom, which obviously looks a lot different now because it looks a little demonic. But we got our first trophy here for capturing 100 jellyfish. This is one that I was actually really worried about because I thought there was 100 total, but there's way more than that. So this one came pretty naturally here, and I got that trophy right here. I also got this trophy for burrowing out all the stuck citizens. There are only like maybe 7 of these, so this was not hard to find whatsoever. So I got this trophy right here as well. And then it was time for us to go beat the game, and we got a very overpowered power-up, which I'm surprised they let us keep after the credits rolled, which is the golden spatula. Getting this trophy here, and we also get to one-shot every single enemy in the game, as you can see right here. It's very overpowered, and they let you keep this after the credits roll, which I find just really funny. But now it was time to fight the final boss, or should I say final bosses, because it turns out the final boss in this game is both the Flying Dutchman and King Neptune, and I thought this was really cool. You got to fight 2 bosses at the same time, and they were bosses that we already fought in the past. Well, at least in some form or another. So after defeating them though, we ended up rolling the credits and finished the main story and got this trophy right here. So now it was time for the cleanup, and I decided just to go back to King Neptune's palace, where I ended up getting this trophy for finishing the side quest. Like I said, I basically had already done these already. And now it was time for the collectible grind cleanup. So I basically just went from the beginning of the game to the end of the game and followed a guide to collect everything. You need to collect a bunch of chests and finish all the side quests and stuff like like that in order to get everything unlocked in the shop. And so that's what I did. And this took a couple hours in order to do, maybe like 1 or 2 hours before I got my next trophy, which was for finishing all the side quests in Atlantic City, which was Tom, the chocolate guy that I mentioned before, and also Karen. So I got this trophy right here. While I was in Jellyfish Fields, we managed to find the last underpants upgrade, which is basically our health upgrade in this game, and I purchased all of them, getting me this trophy here. We also found out that Sandy lost her clothes, which is a side quest that we needed to complete in Jellyfish Fields, and these are just spread throughout the course of the level, pretty much on the final climb of the level, so I just had to go find her helmet, her boots, and her jacket and return it to her, giving us this trophy right here. The only level that remained for us to 100% complete was Bikini Bottom, which gave us a lot of trophies here. We ended up getting a trophy for finishing every single race in the game. There's a bunch of these, I think 16 total, so I got this trophy right here just for finishing all of them, done by Larry the Lobster. And by completing Bikini Bottom, we also unlocked our final hidden TV, and by going back to Neptune's Palace, we managed to unlock this secret movie, which was pretty much just a music video by David Hasselhoff, which was pretty cool to see, and we got this trophy right here for doing so. All that was remaining was for us to go back up to the floating patty and finish all of the side quests there so we can get all the remaining treasure chests, and we did that and got this trophy right here. And then we had to finish all of Plankton's challenges. These were pretty much really cool platforming challenges. These are kind of like the most hard platforming parts you'll have to do in the game, and when I finished them, they had me like... But anyways, after finishing all of those, I managed to pop this trophy here for doing so, and then I have decided to finish up my last combat-related trophy, which was for throwing 20 enemies into goo, which was really easy to do. I basically just farmed this out in the jungle area of Goldfish Isles right here by doing so, and got this trophy here. Now, I thought I was done here, and I was actually really confused when the trophy didn't pop for unlocking all the costumes, but it turned out that I was missing one costume, because one of Patrick's costumes requires you to pop every single golden balloon in the game, which are absolutely not trackable, and I was not focusing on these whatsoever. But thankfully there was a guide on YouTube that I was able to follow, so this was really tedious, but I just went through the entire game one more time and looked for this last balloon and followed a guide to a T to make sure that I was hitting every single one. And after doing so, I managed to get this trophy here for unlocking all the costumes, this trophy for purchasing all the items in Pearl's shop, followed by the platinum right after. So there you have it, guys. That was the Platinum Trophy experience for SpongeBob SquarePants Titans of the Tide. And honestly, I just didn't really like this game. It's not like it's a bad game or anything like that. It was just a pretty boring one and kind of bland. Like, it just didn't really do anything special that wowed me. And I really did enjoy Cosmic Shake a whole lot more than this one. And while I haven't played the remake for Battle for Bikini Bottom yet, aside from playing it on my Switch when it first came out, and I haven't gotten the platinum for it, but I feel like I'll enjoy that one a whole lot more when I eventually get to it. But I know a lot of people really like Titans of the Tide, so please do not let what I'm saying deter you from picking up the game if you're interested in it. That being said though, guys, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and make sure to share the video with your friends and family. It really does help out a lot and grow the channel. And make sure to drop me a follow over on my Twitch channel if you want to watch these platinums live. I actually streamed most of this playthrough on my Twitch channel, aside from the collectibles part, because I just did that on my own. Anyhow, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye. Have a good one.